Hey guys, welcome back to the Catch Me Off-Road YouTube channel. We got a quick update for you today on the truck. The last video I posted was of my brother Tarek and I installing the tire rack in the back of the truck. And we dropped off the Atturo 37s, the brand new ones, at the tire shop, Discount Tire. Huge shout out to them for squeezing me in the same day. And we dropped off one wheel, a stock wheel, not this kind, but a stock TRX wheel, along with the tire just to test it out. I went and picked it up and put it in the back, and it fit. It was tight, very tight. You can see it's touching on this side, it's touching on this side, and it's a very tight fit. And you can see that actually the lugs of the tire kind of hold it from going in all the way right there. You can see. So you can't. It doesn't have really any room to wiggle it around or anything at all. But that's fine. It holds it in tight. And so I dropped the other one off, which is the one on the right, and they got that one straightened away for me, slapped them in here, and I'm happy with it. It looks amazing. So there's your reveal, I guess. If you follow me on Instagram at Catch Me Off Road, you will see I've already posted some videos of me off-roading with the truck. But I got all that squared away, put my toolbox that you've seen before. I made the off-road prep video showing what I have in here. Moved that to the back, used my same strap setup, one on the front of it and one over the top of it, kind of pulling it back against the bed. And it works great. I love this new setup. I think it looks really good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is it too far forward, too far backwards? I think it's just right. I wish it was forward a little bit more, obviously, but I couldn't, as you saw in the mounting video, I couldn't get it any farther forward. But we took it out to Hollyoaks Off-Road Park for the last couple days. There's an event called Detroit 4Fest. And if you haven't been to that, make sure you get out there next year. It's usually around August, September. And there's tons of sponsors, vendors. Jeep is out there with all their new vehicles. The 392, the 4xe, a bunch of other vehicles. Ford is out there with the new Broncos. We actually had a bunch of issues actually with the Broncos this year. One of them rolled on its side on one of the obstacles. I got video of that, which I'll post a separate video showing that. And then another one of them slid sideways down one of the hills and got stuck really bad and had to get towed out. It was unfortunate. You know, it wasn't, neither one of them was the fault of the Bronco. The Bronco event let people drive the vehicles as opposed to Jeep, where they let you ride shotgun and they had an experienced driver driving you around the trails. And so with new people behind the wheels of Bronco, with mud and very steep inclines, issues were bound to happen. So anyway, sorry, enough chat about that. So we were out there at Detroit 4Fest, and here's the logo for it. I got a staff sticker because I was actually posted up with LaFontaine, my friends from LaFontaine Auto Group here in Michigan. They had my truck at their booth, along with a bunch of America's Most Wanted Hellcat and Demon and 392 converted Jeep Wranglers and Gladiators. It was very cool. So we did that, and then I got to beat it up off-road a little bit for Atturo Tires, our tire sponsor. They came out and did a photo shoot, and I'll post a video of that up here shortly too. But we ended up doing a little bit of off-roading on Friday before the event for the photo shoot, and that's why the truck's a little bit muddy. Not too bad though. But while we were out off-roading, I had a little mishap. So I was off-roading, hitting on the truck pretty hard around corners and turns that were very bumpy, you know, lots of ruts and washboarding for the photo shoot. I did a bunch of launches. We were out there probably for 3 hours just beating on the truck. And when I got home, or on the way home, I noticed the steering wheel was a little off-centered, trying to go straight down the road, and it was behaving a little bit strangely with trying to, you know, when you turned, it was trying to pull in one direction. So I knew there's something up with my alignment. So I thought, maybe I bent a tie rod or something on one of the big bumps or hit a rock or something. But got home and looked at it, and it doesn't look like I bent a tie rod, but you will notice there is grease splattered everywhere. So I think I had the infamous CV axle boot or CV axle blow up on me, which has happened to a few other TRXs I've seen, some of the early builds like mine. And I think there was either a recall or a warranty issue associated with this. So you can see the grease mess all over here. It's all over the inner fender well right there in the back. and it's all over the inside of the tire too. So I'm not sure, and I also noticed that wouldn't cause it to be out of alignment, I don't think, but I also noticed my alignment ring by my cam back here looks like it has shifted. So I wonder if it was not tightened down, because I did get it aligned the last time I did, or when I did the perch collars up front about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Maybe it was longer than that, but I had it aligned. So I'm wondering if it wasn't tightened down all the way, or if the CV axle has, you know, what was the chicken, what was the egg in this scenario. But regardless, I still was able to drive it out to Forfest a couple days in a row after that. It drives all right. It's just kind of a little bit, you know, the steering wheel's off center, and you can tell there's something not quite right with it, but not really drastic. But my friends from LaFontaine said they'd squeeze me in sometime this week to try to take a look at that for me. Otherwise, the truck performed great. We got a lot of cool slow motion videos. We got some good launches, things like that I'll post on the Atturo video. But for the chase rack back here, everything about it is good so far. But I did notice today that when you tighten down the straps, what's supposed to happen, like I mentioned before, is the tire is supposed to push down on the bed right in the center of the tire, and the hooks right here are supposed to lift up on the bed rack and pull it upwards, so it's in a bind but up in the elevated position, and it's not rubbing or rattling or anything. But I was noticing there were some rattles, and coming back here and upon further inspection, it looks like my tires are so big that they're digging into the chase rack right here and on the front side, okay, and they're not allowing the tire to fully seat because they're pushing on it right here. And so first I thought, oh man, I hope I don't need a new chase rack to make it work perfectly. Then I thought about it, and I think a simple solution is just to put some kind of either rubber mat or a piece of board that's, you know, 1/2 inch thick or so, or something like that, under the tires right in the center to kind of lift them up, so it elevates the bed a little bit in that spot under each of them. And I think rubber mat would work best because it would, you know, be black, number one, it wouldn't show, and number two, would probably help isolate some more vibrations. But I think that would do the trick. I just need to get the tire upwards a little bit so it's not putting all the pressure on the bars right here, and it's actually putting pressure on the bed. Let me know in the comments if you think of a better solution, because that was just one that came to me on my drive home today when I noticed it rattling and I looked at it. But I'm sure there's other ways to do it too. So let me know what you think. But otherwise, I'm really happy with the chase rack. And then yesterday someone pointed out that I was worried about making some kind of mount for my rear-facing ambers, since they were actually mounted to my bed cover, and now my bed cover is gone, so I have the wires for them right here. I was worried about making new mounts for them, or drilling into the side of the bed, or figuring out what to do, or putting them up here or here. And I realized, oh, I got these slots right here from the bed cover. If I ever want to use it again, I can leave them in right now and use them for my chase lights. Yeah, they're a little low, but when you're behind the truck, looking forward at the truck, as I'll show you right now, from back here, it's perfect. You know, they're still very visible. So I think that's the plan. I'm gonna go ahead and get my lights mounted up right here pretty quickly, and then I still need to adjust my headlights, and then I need to figure out the CV axle issue. Otherwise, truck's good. I'm happy with it. A lot of compliments on it. People really like the look of it. Got a lot of questions about what I had for tires and the chase rack and everything else. So that's your update video for today. I'll post some I'll post some off-roading videos, the one from Atturo, as well as some Bronco videos, and whatever else I can think of that I have on my phone on YouTube. So stay tuned for those. Thank you, everyone. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or suggestions for me. Why do you think the CV axle exploded? And also if you have a better solution for my tires for keeping them from rattling so much. All right, thanks. I'll catch you guys on the next one.